Our latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll finds most Americans disagree with President Trump's recent controversial tweets about 4 progressive lawmakers. In fact, 59% say they disagree with his tweet saying the 4 congresswomen of color should go back to where they came from. 40%, on the other hand, agree with him. The split is mostly along partisan lines. Weijia Jiang is at the White House. Weijia, could these numbers impact the president's position?
Well, good morning, Tony. President Trump often factors in his supporters, so they could, because our CBS News poll also shows more than 80% of people who agree with him are Republicans. And that may explain the whiplash on his position. Just one day after saying he was unhappy about racist chants from his supporters, he called them patriots. And now he is continuing those attacks on the congresswomen.
After a week of calling 4 Democratic congresswomen of color anti-American.
These are people that, in my opinion, hate our country. For the hate-filled extremists, we're dealing with people that hate our country.
President Trump took his attack a step further, claiming he doesn't believe they are capable of loving our country. Senior White House advisor Stephen Muller echoed the president's message on Sunday.
These 4 congresswomen detest America as it exists, as it is currently constructed. They want to tear down the structure of our country.
Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings defended his colleagues and called the president a racist. He warned what that means for the nation.
We're getting more and more people being emboldened with making racist statements and treating people badly.
The controversy started when Mr. Trump tweeted the congresswomen should go back to their original countries. President Trump's attacks on Representative Ilhan Omar at a campaign rally prompted a chant of "Send her back," which went on for 13 seconds. Sources tell CBS News Vice President Mike Pence was one of the people who voiced concerns about the chanting, leading the president to distance himself from it for about a day. Pence spoke to CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett.
Major, the president was very clear.
Was he?
That he wasn't happy about it, and that if it happened again, he'd make an effort to speak out about it.
All right, Weijia, shifting gears and looking ahead slightly, Wednesday, Robert Mueller is scheduled to testify on Capitol Hill. What's the mood in the White House?
Well, sources tell CBS News the mood in the West Wing is a collective shrug because they are not worried since the special counsel Robert Mueller has already said he will not testify beyond what he has already said in his report. The president's personal attorneys tell CBS News they are feeling very confident for the same reason. And Tony, Mr. Trump says he doesn't even plan to watch the hearings.
So, Weijia, what are Democrats and also Republicans then looking for from the hearing?
Well, you remember after this report came out, the president insisted there was no collusion, no obstruction, even though Mueller wrote he could not exonerate the president on the matter of obstruction. So I think they're really going to dig in for him to explain why. Of course, Republicans want to focus on the origins of this investigation because they claim, along with the president, that it was unfair to begin with and it never should have happened.
Weijia Jiang at the White House. Weijia, thank you very much. And we'll bring you a CBS News special report when former special counsel Robert Mueller testifies before Congress on Wednesday morning.